Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Yesy. Welcome. So today's video is super long overdue. I wanted to do a updated full coverage foundation routine for you guys. The last one I uploaded was about a year ago, maybe even a year and a half ago. It's been so long since I've given you an updated full coverage foundation routine, and I believe that one was a drugstore only foundation routine. So this routine is going to be my full coverage, like when I want to beat my face foundation routine. Products range from drugstore price to regular high-end like Too Faced kind of stuff. Like I don't use anything luxury, but somewhat high-end that you can find at Sephora. So this is what I've been doing all summer for like the last, I want to say 6 months. I've been doing this foundation routine and I feel like it lasts so long and it looks like so flawless and beat that I wanted to share it with you guys. So let's jump right into the video. So we're going to start off with a plain moisturized face. If you haven't seen my skincare favorites video that I uploaded last week, go ahead and watch that so you can see all of my favorite skincares. And you'll see that I talk about the Purity Moisturizer, and that is what I used to moisturize my face. So we're going to start off with primer. Primer is so important when you're doing a foundation routine, especially if you want it to last. So I've been super obsessed with the Milk Makeup Hydro Primer. It is a Hydro Grip Primer. It's one of those gripping primers. I think CoverFX has one, but I've never tried it. I've only tried the Milk Makeup one. I want to say it was my friend Yesy that put me onto it when we were in Vegas. She let me try it and I was obsessed with it. It makes my makeup last so long and look so flawless. So I take this primer, I do about 2 pumps. It's like a jelly consistency, and put it all over my face. You're gonna feel like your face is like sticky. That's normal. That is just gonna make your foundation just stick to the skin and like make it not budge. So my next step, I'm going to conceal. I have like some acne scars right here, and I don't know if this makes a difference, but to me, I like doing it to add like extra coverage. But I take my concealer. This is the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. I use the shade Natural Beige. It's a little bit dark. It's more like a foundation shade for me. So I put that all on my little scars. So let's jump right into the foundation. I know that I've used this before on my channel, and I want to say I've talked about this before multiple times on my channel. It is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I love this foundation so much. It's such a natural medium to full coverage finish, and it's like a natural satin finish in a way. I feel like it's perfect for brides. It's perfect for if you just want to like for your skin to be just airbrushed and nice but not look too cakey. This is the foundation for you. So this is honestly like when I don't know what to do, or like I don't know what foundation to use, I just pick up this one because you cannot go wrong with this Born This Way foundation. I want to say that this was one of my first high-end foundations that I ever bought. It was the Born This Way foundation. So I'm in the shade Warm Nude. Right now I'm a little bit tanned because it is summer, so it's probably going to be a little bit too light for me, but I'll make it work with my powders and everything because I have a powder that I use that it's a little bit too dark for me right now, so it just blends. So don't mind the color. I'm going to do 2 pumps on my hand. I'm going to take a beauty sponge and just start dabbing it everywhere. If you notice, I did not blend the concealer. I do that because I feel like if I blend it, it'll take away the coverage. So I leave that concealer the way it is, and then I just, go over it with foundation. So once that is all blended, we're gonna go to concealer. So for concealer, I use 2 different concealers. I use the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer by Too Faced, and I also use the e.l.f. Camouflage Concealer. Now this one is a tad bit darker than this one, so what I do is I'm in the shade Almond for the Born This Way concealer. So I'm going to do my little triangles like I would typically do any concealer. A little bit on my forehead, on the bridge of my nose, chin, a little bit on my cupid's bow. Then I take the e.l.f. Camouflage Concealer and I only put it in the corners of my eyes, just for some brightness in the inner corner. And then you're going to take your beauty sponge and just blend all of that out. I take it up to my eyelid so we have a base for eyeshadow. When I'm doing a full coverage foundation routine, I always want my under eyes to be bright. Typically when I do like a no makeup look, or when I'm just like on a more natural vibe, my under eyes are not this bright. But when I do a full face of beat, I do like a bright under eye. So that's why I go in with that camouflage concealer that I freaking love. Right now that I'm tan, it is too light for me to use on its own. But in the winter months, I can pull it off on its own. Now let's go to powder. I'm going to powder up everywhere where I concealed. And for powder, I use the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade Fair Light. I take the same beauty sponge and just powder my under eyes. It's okay if it looks a little powdery. We're going to go back and clean up the excess. Dab your eyelids so there's no creases. Set your eyelids as well. We're basically going to set everywhere where we put concealer with this powder. I know it look a little crazy. I'm going to take a brush and just wipe off all of that excess. I don't typically bake, that's not really my vibe, so I just wipe it off pretty much right away. So the next powder we're going to use is the JACOBS Beauty Aquasurance powder. I did a video on this, I want to say a year ago. I just used this as my foundation and I really liked it, but it's not something that I would do on a regular basis. I usually don't just use powder foundations, but I like to use it on top of my foundation, and especially this one, it gives me such an airbrush finish. I used this powder in Orlando last weekend, and my cousin was like, wow, what do you have on your face? You literally look flawless. And I was like, it's this powder, because I literally just did some concealer and then I put this powder over it, and honestly it looked so flawless. So I get this powder. I have the shade medium beige in this powder, and if you guys saw that video that I did on this powder, this was given to me, so I didn't buy this powder, so I didn't really get to choose the shade, and it's obviously a little bit too dark for me on a regular basis, but now that I'm tan, it really works, and especially with my lighter foundations, since it's the summer, I can definitely make this work with a lot of lighter foundation under. So I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush, dip into the powder, just start powdering my face. Basically, I like to do like the perimeter. Just buff that all over. Really focusing more on the outer perimeter of the face, not to take away the brightness that we have in our under eyes, but you don't want it to not blend, so. And now, obviously, my face matches my skin a little more than it did prior. Now that we are basically all powdered and full beat, look at the skin. Honestly, it looks so flawless. Like, I love the finish that the foundation and this powdered foundation gives me. It honestly just looks so flawless, so just like, damn, this is my skin. By the way, do you guys like my clip? I've been super into like a 90s vibe for like the last couple of months, and I recently picked these large clips up from Amazon. I bought them on Amazon. It was like a pack of 15 for like $8, and I'm obsessed with them. If you guys seen my Instagram, you guys saw I had like some pink ones on. Yesterday I put on some cheetah ones. I didn't take any pictures though, but I've been obsessed with these clips, so yeah, just wanted to mention them. So yeah, I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, and I will come back to set the face and all of that. So alright guys, I am back. I finished up my makeup. If you guys are wondering, I just used a little bit of the Zodiac palette on my eyes. I used the Taurus, and then I used this MARC Jacobs single shadow. It is in the shade Perfect 01. It's just like a cream satiny shade, and I put that all over my lid, inner corner, brow bone, and then I finished off with some bronzer. I used the Alamar Cosmetics blush palette. For my cheeks, I used Castaway, that peachy orangey shade right there. And for my lips, I used the Alamar Cosmetics lip liner in Dulce with the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade What's Your Sign, the KathleenLights collab. Obsessed with this combo. So delicious. So yeah, now to finish off this full coverage foundation routine, I'm going to take setting spray. So for setting spray, I typically use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this stuff. I don't know if it technically makes your makeup last super long, but it just is so flawless. It makes your powders and your foundations just melt together, and it has the finest, most delicious spray. So I love this setting spray. I'm literally running out of it. Like, this was like the last drop. I'm gonna go to the mall right now and pick some up. So this is basically it. This is my entire full coverage foundation routine. I love the way this foundation routine makes my skin look. I feel so flawless and just like a porcelain doll. I love the way my powders, like my blush and my bronzer, everything just layers on top of this foundation routine. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sticking to this foundation routine for a hot little minute. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and took some tips and tricks to incorporate into your full coverage foundation routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications to see when I post my next video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!
Yeah! That's scared.